Welcome back to the channel. Right now I have this chart of Jpyinr, that is Japanese yen versus Indian rupee, and the chart looks very interesting as of now. So the first thing which I did is I dropped a horizontal line just at the recent swing low, which is of around 57.3629. And then possibly after that it was very easy to label this entire rise as some sort of leading diagonal in wave 1. And I'll come back to my larger counts on this pair, but right now it wouldn't be uh, worth the risk to label this as an A, B, and C when we have the larger counts supporting the uptrend. So I would rather label this as wave 1 and wave 2, and anticipating that wave 3 would be starting on the upside. So in simple terms, what I mean is this is wave 1, and within wave 1 you could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 simple leading diagonal, and this might probably a wave 2 ending over here or here or here, whichever wherever it ends. After it ends, we could label that as a truncated 2 or truncated wave Y or wave Z. So that's a different kind of labeling, but that is not our main motive here, trying to find out those small turns into the pair. So if I assume that wave 2 is ended over here, then I would potentially think of wave 3 to go on the higher side. So just on the hourly chart, the wave 3 would take us somewhere near, let's say I take up the length of wave 1 and add it up to the bottom of wave 2, then the wave 3 length comes around 58.78. So that's almost how much? Let me see. So that's almost 0.94 points from here. And on a currency pair, 0.94 points roughly translates to 1.64%. So that's huge. Looking at the lot size and the leverage that is encrypted in the currency pair. So what I think is this is just wave 1 and wave 2. And if I show you the larger structure, you would be mesmerized to see that we are forming wave 1 and wave 2 of wave 1 and wave 2 of a bigger wave 1 and wave 2. So the thing is, what if this is wave 1 and this is wave 2? Then it's possible to see that the wave third of this minor degree comes around maybe till 60 levels, 60.63. So that's roughly 3 points. And what if it starts to extend from there? And let's suppose rather than going to the one extension, it starts to go towards 1.618 extension. So that roughly translates to around 62.6418. So that is the level that I'm looking on a 1 to 2 to 3 months time frame. I think next 1 or 2 months we could see a euphoric rise in this kind of currency pair. And if this is true, if this is really wave 1 and this is really wave 2 and this is wave 3, then it's possible to think that this might just be a start of wave 3, wherein I would start to label this entire rise right from, what's the low? So the low is around 54.5656 to the high. So the high is around 64.1191. So that's almost 10 points. So I would rather start to think that this is wave 1, and why not take this whole as ABC as wave 2 and use the distance of wave 1 and plot it on the bottom of wave C. So we would get a very normal target, conservative target for wave 3, which comes around 66 levels. Although this is a very really a big view, but I'm not here to play this whole rally. I'm rather focused and concentrated on playing this rally of wave third. So what I have done is I have bought around 30% of my desired quantity right now, in the anticipation that maybe if this is wave 1 and wave 2 and wave 3 started on the downside, it might not go below the recent swing low of 57.356. So that's the stop loss for my 30% quantity, and I would rather start adding above the wave 1 high, which comes around 58.4338, then averaging it down. So I bought 30% right now. I'll buy 20-30% more, say when it starts to close above the 20 EMA. So the 20 EMA is around 58.0943. So when it starts to close over 58.0943, then I'll add more. Then I'll wait for the swing high. So the swing high is around 58.4338. Then I'll add more, and by the time it starts to close above, let's say the previous swing high of wave 1, that is 59.7654, I'll be equipped with 100% of my positions. So when I am all in that wave 3 position, and when it really starts to move, profits would really start to come in. And I think that is it for the video. I explained what is my view, what sort of positions I've taken, and let us see if this view really plays out. Thank you.